It's one take week. I'm trying desperately not to say the F word on this week's episode of
Talking Threads.
So as I mentioned before, it's one take week, which means I'm not allowed to do any editing. I've decided to take this kind of literally and not even edit my hair. So what we have going on here is what I like to call a little bit more than bedhead. It's more like falling off a cliff through bramble bushes head. This is just what I look like normally when I'm not making myself beautiful for all of you. So I'm sure none of you have noticed because I try very hard not to curse on the show, for the children, but I am repulsively foul in day-to-day conversation, particularly when I mess things up, which is a lot. I have a feeling that isn't going to end very well. This is probably going to be the worst thing ever. Now, I realize my videos are usually the shortest in the group, probably because I talk so quickly that I can convey twice the information in half the time. So the challenge I'm setting for myself today is to speak in a slow and controlled tone for at least 4 minutes, starting now. Hello. Isn't it just such a lovely day? Oh god. I can't do this. Anybody else reminded of John Candy at the beginning of Hot to Trot? No? Just me? What do you mean nobody saw that movie? Ugh, whatever. I can't be genteel and calm and cool, I'm realizing. I've just got to be me. Thankfully, I'm not wearing a shirt that I can Hulk out in, so we can avoid that whole mess, because I tend to get really overdramatic when I talk about myself. Yeah. If there's anything I'm good at, and I'm not certain there is, it's thinking up something stupid. So on this show, I'm going to come up with a coherent narrative in one take with absolutely no preparation except for a randomly generated log line, which I got from the website in the description. And mine is: Bigfoot gets transformed into a gorgeous sex pot in a blood-filled teen slasher. Oh, Christ. Well, I've got my work cut out for me. Let me think for a minute. So, teen slashers, Bigfoot. Okay, we're gonna have to start in a cabin in the woods. There's gonna have to be 4 teens, 2 boys, 2 girls. 2 of them are gonna have to be attractive and have attractive names like Jenny and Chris, I guess. And then one of them is gonna have to be comic relief, I guess. His name is gonna be Scrappy. And then the girl that gets paired off with the comic relief, because Jenny and Chris are already kind of a thing, but they're a will they or won't they thing, her name is going to be Hollywood Ugly, because she wears glasses. So, Jenny, Chris, Hollywood Ugly, and Scrappy arrive at their cabin in the woods expecting some no parents teen fun for a long weekend, I guess. They brought a keg, even though they're American and they're only 18 or something, just, to add, danger. And, we have to have the guy that everybody thinks is the villain, and he's going to be a really hairy guy who looks like a Bigfoot, and his name is going to be Jim Maroney. By the way, I apologize for all the flashing lights that are going on here. I'm still recording on a webcam, so every now and then my computer decides to almost go to sleep. Anyway, so Jim Maroney is going to show up, and he's really creepy. He's going to come up and he's going to be like, "Oh, hey kids, I hope you have a fun weekend here. Everybody have a good time." But then later, of course, it has to turn out that Bigfoot, who's going to kill all the teens, is the beautiful woman in the cabin next door who Scrappy and Chris decide they're going to go try and seduce with their keg. So they bring the keg over, and then Scrappy gets eaten by Sexpot Bigfoot. Yeah, this is good. This is a good story. So yeah, after Scrappy gets eaten, Hollywood Ugly has to pretend she's not upset, even though she kind of had a thing for Scrappy. Jenny and Chris are gonna make out, because this is PG-13, so we can't actually show boobs. They're gonna make out in the back of the cabin. Sexpot Bigfoot is gonna show up and start terrorizing people. Hollywood Ugly is gonna be the only one who makes it out alive. Done. Perfect. Wow. The end.